Okay. Okay guys, so what I'm going to show you today is something that I really like about the new Microsoft Edge. Now it's not new, it's been around for a little while. We had Internet Explorer, then we had Edge, but then we had the new Microsoft Edge. Now let me tell you, this has made me dump Firefox, Google Chrome, all the others, you name it. I don't touch them anymore. This is the browser of my preference. I use this for everything now, Microsoft Edge. So let me show you why. I'm going to show you 3 things in Microsoft Edge that I love. All right. The first one is the collections feature. This is super cool. Let me show you what I mean by the collections feature. Let's say we're doing a bit of research as a teacher or a student on apps for teachers and educators. Okay, apps. And I've got some pages that I found. Now, I could bookmark them as normal, but they just disappear into my plethora of bookmarks. I have like thousands of bookmarks. So, and then if I want to share this with somebody, it becomes even more complicated. So let me show you what the collections does. So in the toolbar here at the top, I've got a little collections button there. So I'm going to click collections. And you can see I've got 2 already. Yes, I like to cook. Now you know something about me that... Yep, there you go. So I'm going to start a new collection. All right, start a new collection. This is one way of doing it. Click start new collection, and I'm going to call this remote teaching apps. Remote teaching apps. Press enter, and now I can say add the current page. So I'm going to add the current page. Done. I've now added that page to this collection, and I can keep going with this and start to add more and more things to this collection. I'll show you. It's actually very cool. So that's one way of adding to my collection. So I've got a remote teaching apps collection. Okay, close that now. Let's go to the next one. Here's another one. So let's add this to my collection. So instead of going up here, I can actually just right click on the page and go add page to collections. And I can choose the collection that I want. I could even start a new collection if I wanted to, but I'm going to add it to the remote teaching apps collection. Here is another one. Okay, fantastic. I like it. So let's right click, add page to collections, remote teaching apps. So that's one way of adding pages to a collection. Now, what I also like is that you can also add pictures. So let's say, okay, you know what, that's an interesting picture. I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to add this image to my remote teaching apps collection. Let's have a look at what our collection is looking like. So let's open that up. Have a look. There's the 3 pages. There's the picture. So you're getting the idea. It's sort of like a visual bookmarking system, kind of like Pinterest for your browser. I could even take just some words, right click, add to collections. There it is there, just the text that I've selected. So as I can pretty much add anything into a collection, and I can have all these collections. I can even make a note. If I'm thinking of something, I can click on add note, and I can just type in something. There you go. That's a very special language. And click there. Okay, so there you go. So now it's time for me to share this with somebody. So this is what I'm going to do. On the little 3 dots here, I click 3 dots, and I say send to Word. Send to Word. And let me show you what it does. It sends it to an online Word document, and it opens up in the web browser. And I'm going to close the sidebar so you don't see that anymore, and have a look at what it creates. It creates a Word document that I can now print a PDF, send, share. I can share this right away. There it is there. Here it is here. Here are the title of my collection. Here are the links. There's the image. There's the text that I copied with the where it came from. There's the note that I made. References. Look at that. It is absolutely fantastic. And that is the best part about collections in terms of the new Microsoft Edge. There it is there. That I suggest using this for all of your research, for your students, for yourself. Such a nice way to work in Microsoft Edge. Another one of my favorite things in Microsoft Edge is the Read Aloud tool, and I'll show you what it does. So on this page I have got a paragraph. I'm going to highlight the paragraph, and I just right click on the paragraph and I say Read Aloud Selection, and have a listen.
The good news is, problems like these can be solved in a variety of ways. from modifying your teaching approach to using new tools and software that help you get the job done.
That's actually really, really good. What I really like about this is that let's pick another paragraph, okay? And let's do this one here. Now, I'm going to use the read aloud feature, and I'm also going to show you the voices that we have available. So right click on what I've done, read aloud selection, and I go to
with the launch of Google Hangouts on air.
Hold on, lady. Voice options, and you'll notice here you have many more voices than your standard Windows voices. In fact, the ones that I like the most are the ones that have natural in them as the description, okay? So if we pick any one here, so here is an American guy, English United States. So let's hear what he sounds like.
On air, it's now possible to schedule a free group session in advance, which will be recorded and available after the session for students to rewatch.
All right, so you get the idea. So literally select what it is you would like to have read out aloud, right click and go read out aloud. This will actually continue because I've been reading. So continue to read aloud from here, or you just right click, read aloud the selection. So that's that one. The second one is the immersive reader, where you have way more options now, and this is really good for language teachers as well. For example, if I'm going to select, I'm just going to select these because I don't want it to go read the entire web page. I'm just going to select this, right click, and I'm going to say open in immersive reader. This is all built into Microsoft Edge. So what it does is it opens up that text that I've selected. I can now go ahead and choose, do I want the text to be really big or really small? Do I want to have spacing between the text? Do I want to have any different colors, maybe something like that? Okay, so I can sort of customize it the way I'd like it to look. Then I can choose some grammar tools. Do I want it to break it down into syllables? Do I want to maybe highlight nouns? Or do I want it to highlight the verbs? Okay. Also, in the reading preferences, I can also then make it focus only on a line at a time that it is reading. So let me show you what that does. And here's 3 lines at a time. Let me show you what that does.
For subjects like science and math, it's critical to simulate the experience of sitting next to a student, crowded around a single exercise on paper or in a book.
Let's change it to...
When the only tools at our disposal were the keyboard and mouse, this was really tough. There's nothing...
Nothing clunkier than trying to scribble math notation on a problem set with a mouse.
Right, and that is how we do that. It is absolutely fantastic. The immersive reader is something very, very powerful and very useful. So have a play with that. So that's the read aloud and the immersive reader.